Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about communication. This is also one of the important part of economy of our country. So we know ever since humans appeared on the earth, when the human beings appeared on the earth from the beginning onwards, they have used different means of communication. We know that early men, they could not speak like us in the modern like modern men. They also used different means of communications or different ways of communicating with each other. So human beings also communicated in a different ways earlier. Now the pace of change, now the very rapid changes occurring in the modern times. How the communications are developing. We know we are sitting at home and contacting the people all over the earth. If all over the globe, we know from very far distances also communication through the internet facilities, the advanced technology. With the help of advanced technology, we are able to communicate with the people wherever we are. So in the modern times, it is very fast or rapid changes are occurring. Long distance communication is far easier without any physical movement for the communicator or the receiver. We don't need to travel to the far distances to talk with or communicate with the other people. Through the email or through internet facilities, we can even directly call and talk with them. So physical movement is not necessary for the communication. Personal communication and mass communication, these are different types of communication. So personal communication with one person or two persons, we can directly call and talk. But mass communication with a large group of people, we can communicate through different media. So we have personal communication and mass communication medias are different. We know some examples of radio, television, press, films, etc. These are major means of communication in the country. So through this radio or television or through movies or films also, we can communicate with the people. Some messages we can pass to the mass group of people. That means a group, large public. Okay, so these different means of communication exists in the modern world. Indian Postal Network is the largest in the world, which handles parcels as well as personal written communication, letters or envelopes, etc. we are passing or sending through postal services. Okay, so that personally or to the mass communication also through these parcel services or postal services, it is possible. Cards, we know we can messages sending to one person or to other country through the cards or envelopes. These are considered the first class mail and are airlifted. We know it is carried from India to the other countries. If we are sending a letter or envelopes or any writing messages sending to other countries, it is airlifted by aeroplanes. It is transported to other countries. Then these are called the first class mail, and also some other are there between different stations from India to London or America or other countries also. When we are passing, these are airlifted by airways. It is transported to other countries also. Then some others are there, newspapers and periodicals also. These are considered as the second class mails. Okay, some book packets also. These all include second class mail. Now they are also carried by the surface mail or covering land and water transportation. So different transporting medias we can use for transporting these mails also. To facilitate quick delivery of mails in large towns and cities, we know 6 mail channels have been introduced in our country. So they are called the Rajdhani channel, Metro channel, Green channel, Business channel, Bulk mail channel and Periodical channel. These are the 6 facilities or 6 channels. Through these 6 channels we are sending our mail or other parcel services, etc. So here it becomes very easy to transport the parcel services from one place to another. Now in the modern world, Digital India is an umbrella program which prepare India for the knowledge based transformation. The digital government also is promoting digital India. Now everything is digitalized. We know paper currency, instead of that we are using the ATM cards. Like that, all the documents in the small chipped cards we are using. ATM card, PAN card, Aadhaar card. These are all made digitalized, so that earlier we carried all the documents physically. Instead of that, now we can use these digital cards. So government is making the focus of Digital India program is on being transformative to realize IT plus IT is equal to IT. What is that? IT, Indian talent, plus Indian information technology is equal to India tomorrow. IT plus IT is equal to IT. So Indian talent, people of India who are talented, plus information technology is equal to India tomorrow. So tomorrow's India will be talented Indians plus information technology, developed information technology. So this making India or Indian technology to the center of enabling changes, and these changes are made possible to India. It is one of our countries, one of the largest telecom networks in Asia. All over Asia, India is one of the largest telecom networks. We know, excluding some urban places, more than 2/3 of the villages in India have already been covered with a subscriber trunk dialing, that is STD, subscriber trunk dialing facility. This is the telephone facility we have, except some of the regions, very few areas. In order to strengthen the flow of information from the grassroots to the higher level, from the common man or the very poor region people to the higher level, the government has made a special provision to expand 2 hours facilities, STD facility, to every village in the country. Maximum it is covered and 24 hours continuously. We know that even it is night or day, continuously we can contact, all the telephone facilities are available. There are no such limitations for the timing. Earlier we know that STD facilities in the daytime had higher charges, and but night time it was lower. Now STD or ISD, everything has come to down. The cost of calling or communication has come down too much now. So here in the government also has made such kind of provisions to facilitate this or rapid economic growth. 24 hours STD facility also all over India. So it has also made possible by integrating the development in space technology. We know communication technology and the space technology both going hand in hand, because with the help of satellite facilities, now communication facilities has increased or improved. Now mass communication we have talked about, which provides messages or which is providing messages to a large group of people. Suppose a message, the Prime Minister or President of our country has to send a message to the people. It is mass communication, which we call through the television channels or newspapers, or even movies or the films are also providing messages to the large mass or the large group of people through their medias. Now many policies government has adopted, the national programs and policies, in order to give awareness to the people. So it includes through the radio, television, newspaper, magazines, books and films. These are all called mass media, because to the large public the messages can be sent through this media. Now All India Radio, which we often say Akashvani, this broadcasts a variety of programs in the national, regional and local languages of various categories of people, for the children, for the youngsters, for the business personalities or the students, etc., etc. For the different categories of people are benefited from the Doordarshan or Akashvani, which also we know many Doordarshan was owned by the television channel, which was owned by the government of India. So it is the national channel of our country, Doordarshan. At the same time, Akashvani All India Radio also is operated by the government of India. But there are many private channels nowadays coming up. Okay, the largest terrestrial network in the world is also one of in our country, which is the Doordarshan. Variety of programs for entertainment programs, educational to sports, etc. People of different age groups are entertained by this variety of programs or benefited by these different types of programs. So here India also publishes large number of newspapers and periodicals annually. We know they are of different types depending upon their periodicity. Sometimes daily newspapers we are getting, or periodicals, or weekly, or magazines which are also annual magazines or weekly magazines or monthly magazines, etc. Different types of periodicity or different intervals we are getting these newspapers or magazines, etc. Newspapers in India are published around 100 languages and dialects also. We know India has so many languages. Every state has their own different language and dialects also. So that almost nearly about 100 languages and dialects of newspapers are published in our country. Variety of some of the newspapers published in our country is the largest in Hindi, followed by English and Urdu. These are the major languages newspapers are published in our country. So in case of movies or the films, we know that there are short films or video feature films or video short films, etc. are also very important. Largest number of movies are also, number of movies in the world are also produced in our country. So Central Board of Film Certification is the authority to certify both Indian and foreign films. Also we know there is a control by a censor board by the government of India, so that all types of movies whatever is produced here cannot be telecasted, because we know there should have some limitations which creates a violation, violating the law of the country. So that there is one authority which is called the Central Board of Film Certification. This authority controls the film industry or news. Also there are for newspaper also there is a censor board, some sort of news which is published which by the government. Newspapers also will be censored before publication, because if it creates some sort of violence in the country, it has to be avoided. So in the coming session we will study more about international trade.